marinating in an aquarium full of Palmolive original scent dish soap. I'll tell you, that's smooth, and I like to marinate all of my fish in that dish liquid before I fry them up. Julia Diaz on the serve, and running past it was Deininger. Set up at the net, but just a little bit off on the timing. Diaz will stay with it. She's a sophomore. Number 12 fires it over. Dug out there by Catalina. Rattlers relentless. 1 and over for International. Why not? Too much mustard on it. Jasmine Sims saw an opening, but ultimately sends it to the concession stand. And at 8-7, Texas A&M International will go to the substitution game again. That's Allison Wade, sophomore from Tempe, Arizona. A lot of heart out there in Tempe, Arizona. She comes into the game and immediately goes to the serve. Dug by Payne. Set up for Tolbert. Dug on the other side by Simon. And the Rattlers at the net there to greet it. Strong play, far side at the net. And on the action, Sims plus Martinez once again. Rattlers to the substitution, it's Brad Fute, who comes in to do the honors here. 8-8, first set. Tight as can be right now, so you can get a little more separation. No one's run away at the moment. And that'll help. Brad Fute ties up Wade, the outside hitter from Tempe. Miss hits toward our referee on the near side. 9-8, Rattlers with the first lead. Brad Fute from New Braunfels, Texas. Sends it to Simmons, set up on the far side. Catalina, that's in, and that's a 9-9 ball game. The libero from Oro Valley, Arizona, Hannah Simon. Sends it long. Our libero Cruz got to it. Sims tried to tab it over the net. Opportunity for unrush. Rattlers turn it away. Tolbert trying to capitalize. Diving play on the other side by Simon. This is Catalina. And again, the Rattlers trying to greet it. But this one's going to go Texas A&M International's way. Net. Looming large there. 10-9. Simon tries her luck other side. Rattlers wisely letting it pass into the gutter. 10s straight up here. Tolbert, just a sophomore outside hitter from right here in San Antonio, Texas. Trying to work a little magic and a good little hook on that, and it'll net us a point, literally. Into the net, and Texas A&M can't quite keep it alive. Let's go to 11-10. Second lead for St. Mary's. Rattlers trying to continue a strong history against Texas A&M International. And the play of the net for the Rattlers has been wonderful. Bree Perry stopping things up like that deer chili I poured down the bathroom sink. I'll tell you, it's tasty though, isn't it? You can find a lot of treats in that bathroom sink if you really want to. Dust Devils saying anything you can do, we can do as well. Samantha Herrera, sophomore from San Antonio, sends that one earthward to even us up at 11-11. Checking in again is Foreign Crook, her second shift. She is from all the way up there in Vancouver, Washington, and she is geographically from the furthest distance away from Laredo, Texas, where Texas A&M International is located. Trying to feather that as Payne. She does lead this squad in kills with 137, but could not add to the total there. Dozen apiece, 12-12, Forncrook. Lasers that into a mirror. And trying to capitalize with Sims. Unfortunately, Texas A&M stems the tide and turns it into water on the other side. Catalina brings the wave to shore there. Forncrook. And it was Tolbert who wishes she could have that back. Got a little tied up there. Another 2-point lead for the visitors. They've had 4 or 5 of these now, but just have not gotten enough breathing room to make a pulmonologist completely happy. Heck of a dig by Cruz. There's Payne. Dust Devils doing a good job trying to neutralize her. Tolbert helping to start the party. Sims trying to end the party, and unfortunately it ends like one of my parties. Far too soon, and everybody just ends up going home and reading a Virginia Woolf novel. I'll tell you, I don't throw great parties, but this is a heck of a party right now here at the Greehey Arena. Thanks for being with us on the Rattler Athletic Network. What's on tap? More volleyball tomorrow against A&M Kingsville at 2 p.m. right here in this very arena. And then out on the soccer field, we will have live from Sigma Bay Kaida Field, the park on the campus of St. Mary's. Ladies soccer taking on Oklahoma Christian. Of course, women's soccer was victorious just last night on a golden goal by Leah Whitaker. A heck of an effort from her, just 32 seconds into overtime. Outstanding stuff. And a game that hopefully will give that club plenty of momentum as they go into a contest tomorrow against Oklahoma Christian. Took down Midwestern State. That was a conference game last night. And hopefully it will help them to really bring the car out on the highway and get their season going. Timeout here for St. Mary's. 15-12, about 15 seconds left here in the timeout. The Rattlers right now hanging tough against a Dust Devil team that has played pretty well, perhaps above expectations here tonight, given what the all-time series is between these two teams, and given the records on the season. Dust Devils just 2-11, 0-4 Lone Star Conference play. They have won just one game on the road this year. That was the 14th at Western New Mexico. So it's been a while since they've been effective outside of Laredo, and hopefully the Rattlers are able to turn the tide here. Forncrook with her team up 3. Serve that one to Sims. Trying to get clever with it at the net, Sims. Couldn't quite do it. Brett Fute on the initial dig. Payne! Melton faces like a strip mall Halloween store and a dumpster fire for the Jonas Brothers masks. I'll tell you, you got an excess of Jonas Brothers masks. Start a dumpster fire, you can get rid of them real quick. Excellent work by Payne. And trying to keep that alive was Cruz, but just not quite there. And Cruz has had to work hard here today. Done a good job to at least help set up a couple opportunities. This goes to Catalina, the sophomore from Cedar Park. Gets it there to Tolbert, set up on the outside, and Diaz makes the most of it. Crushing it like I did with my audition to play the friendly guidance counselor on season 4 of Hannah Montana. Knocked it out of the park, but they gave that role to Vin Diesel. This is Bree Perry. Sends it toward the back line. And cleverness at the net by number 13, Carly Unrush. Just a freshman from Fayetteville, Arkansas. You have a name like Unrush, you obviously have to stay very composed. Did so there. Didn't try too hard. Just easy tap. Unrush on the serve. Payne on the initial dig and Payne on the slam. KK Payne starting to heat up here, and she'll go to the service game to try to keep the momentum rolling. Why not? Payne with her club down 17-15. Trying to change the tone of this first set. More good stuff in the net from the Rattlers. Second chance. Steininger. Oh, here's a setup for Diaz. Sent back immediately, this time on the near side. Tolbert takes care of business. Rattlers, hotter than a desert camel lapping up a mayo-based barbecue sauce right now. Catching up rapidly, back within a point. KK Payne, did that touch the parquet? Yes, it did. Payne helping to engineer the turnaround right now. 17 apiece, and the Dust Devils are going to give us all a chance to take a deep breath here. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Rattler Athletic Network, 17-17. First set, Rattlers and the Dust Devils right here on your home for Rattler Athletics. And we are back here on the Rattler Athletic Network. 17-17, first set, Rattlers Dust Devils. Payne, so clutch here late in the first set. But Texas A&M International proving to be pesky. Deininger had that one tipped at the net. It stayed just inside the line, though it would have been off the Rattlers anyway. 18-17. Dust Devils trying to re-seize the momentum with the break. Cossey and Payne out of the back just could not quite break out the shovel and dig that one up from subterranean depth. 19-17, gotta win by 2. Still plenty of ways to go, and the Dust Devils have not led by more than 2 in this set. Cossey. Rattlers getting it to Diaz, responding Herrera, but Tolbert says, hello, how are ya? Rings the doorbell and brings it straight into the living room. 19-18. Diaz has had a good game, sophomore. Goes to the serve game. Diaz responding Simmon, and a violation will give the point to the Rattlers. (19-19). Mistake for Texas A&M International. Sends Diaz back to work, but just outside the boundary. They call it a game of centimeters. Occasionally a game of millimeters as well. Really anything with the metric system I'll take. Wade. Sitting up. Tolbert after the Wade serve, and Tolbert hammers it home. We were tied at 10s. We're tied at 20s. And Haley Bradfute, the junior from New Braunfels, Texas, enters this ball game trying to put the Rattlers on top. Bradfute. No choice here, but for Orion to go over with it. Keep feeding Tolbert. It's working all evening. Alyssa Tolbert slams it home. Rattlers 21-20. Can we find our first multi-point lead? Simmon on the initial dig. Set it up for Herrera. Great work to keep it alive by Bree Perry. Resuscitates this. Win for the block afterward. Could not quite get it. 21-21. All equal here. Simmon, number 12, brings it across. Tolbert, Toki. Oh, crushing them like a gradual failure to adapt ultimately did with the Blockbuster business model. Hey, Blockbuster is still a popular video streaming brand in Scandinavian countries. At least that's what I've heard. Tolbert. Response by Simmon. And the feather touch ended up wide. 23-21 now, St. Mary's. Went to the finesse game and could not quite keep it on the trapeze. 23-21, Rattlers out to the 2-point advantage, and it does feel like now perhaps things have given way to the home team. Let's take a break of 1 minute, come back right after on the Rattler Athletic Network to finish out the first set. Rattlers trailing early, struggled to get traction first part of the set, but that is but a memory. Tolbert trying to help take us the distance. Texas A&M refusing to go quietly, but what a dig by Tolbert. Playing it over his Cruz. International, forget the finesse game. Catalina goes to the jackhammer. Sends that one into the parquet to bring A&M International back within one. They send Forncrook back out to try to cue this. Brings the car out onto the interstate. KK Payne takes it off the interstate at the right exit. 24-22, set point. Going to the libero Cruz, junior from right here in San Antonio. Looking to finish. Catalina just found a way to squeeze that in. 24-23. Rattlers can still finish it here. Payne on the dig. Payne looking to finish, she will! KK Payne, the leader in kills on this Rattler team, sending them away like Eminem did with my idea to start doing country music. Wasn't a huge fan of that idea, Eminem, but hey, still wrote him several letters to that effect. Let's go ahead and take a break here of a couple of minutes, and we will come back with the Rattlers and the Dust Devils. Started the second set with the Rattlers up 1-0. Stick right with us. This is the Rattler Athletic Network. Joey Santaboni, I'm the mailman out here for you.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Actually, a lot of success in the past for St. Mary's against this Texas A&M International club, and I am sure that going forward here in the second set, it'll continue to be a hard-fought battle, but I'm sure the Rattlers will have the distinct advantage. Playing at home, where they have done a good job this season. Club struggled a little bit against Western New Mexico and Texas Permian Basin, but glad to be back here in San Antonio and glad to be able to play in front of the home fans, I'm sure. Stephanie Armstrong hoping that her club can find a way to continue this success against International and move to 18-7 all-time against the Dust Devils. This is the third season for Stephanie Armstrong. She is opposed on the other end by Susie Yangata for Texas A&M International. This is Allison Wade who does the serving. Cruz on the initial dig. And the Rattlers can't quite find the opening point yet, but Tolbert picking up where she left off. Doesn't require too much there. Just touches that over the netting. Flushing it like a box of expired Twinkies. Feed those sewer gators. Oh, and I guess Texas A&M actually will get the point. I think Tolbert touched the net, but there she's flushing it, and it will be 1-1. Wade stayed on the serve. It was a block error by Tolbert indeed. That made it 1-0. Now she goes to the serve 1-1. 8 kills in the game for Tolbert. A slam there by Catalina. And touched off a couple of Rattlers, found its way out of bounds. Catalina has had a good match. That's her 9th kill. The two work goes Simon, the libero. Just gets it across. Tolbert on the initial dig on the other side. No doubt about it. Well done from KK Payne. Her 6th kill. She and Tolbert had 14 kills for the evening. Served by Cruz. And sent long by the Texas A&M International attack. Herrera sent it wide. 3-2 now. Rattlers out to the first lead of the second set. Cruz over. Tap by Herrera. Kept alive for Payne and just out. Narrow miss, and the challenge card is going up. Armstrong is saying, could we all take another look at this one? And certainly it was close. Armstrong right away making the decision to go to the challenge. For Payne, business as usual tonight. Team leader in kills has found her footing. And we'll see if maybe this will become her 7th kill. It's hard to tell from here, but it did look like it clipped the line. That was my instinct. Let's see if they will overturn it. We have the monitor right there on what is currently the Texas A&M International side, and opportunity to perhaps make this 4-2 rather than 3-3 for the St. Mary's Rattlers. It's going to be tough. Just going to be a real gritty match, you can tell. Texas A&M International, despite their record on the season, just a couple of wins, doing everything they can to right the ship and causing some problems. Catalina, chief among them with those 9 kills. A couple of blocks for this Texas A&M International side as well, though the Rattlers do have 3. Texas A&M International certainly hoping this point will swing their way. Club has been under the direction of Susie Angada for 4 seasons. She is assisted by Michael Edmond as well as Shelby Hale. Led in kills this year by Catalina, who came into play with 144. She's eclipsed 150. Deininger has been key at the net for them, 25 blocks on the year. Cossey with 308 assists. Perry has been the assist leader for the Rattlers. Payne, the kills leader. Crew is obviously the digs leader. A lot of blocks this year for McDonald. Perry has been the ace server with 17 aces on the season. Still reviewing at the monitor here. 3-3. Second set, Rattlers won the first 25-23, capped it off with a kill by Payne. And now we do hit the pause button, rewind the VHS tape here at 3-3 in the second. Shout out to all of our great staff here. Tom Norris, our Director of Athletic Communications, Caleb Turner. His graduate assistant is coming over here with a couple of ice-cold Hill Country Fair purified drinking waters. Enhanced with minerals for better taste, and that is how I do prefer my water, with minerals rather than without. The same area staying loose. A couple of the Rattlers showing off some dance moves here just a moment ago. Looks like the refereeing crew does have this straightened out, and just checking with the official scorers here to make sure it is all nice and tidy. And it looks like this point will stay with Texas A&M, but I think it was a good challenge there from Coach Armstrong. Get the monitors a little work, and I thought she had a real chance. I thought that clipped the line, but here we are, Forncrook. Doing the honors all the way from Vancouver, Washington. Forncrook stamps it, and a touch rusty out of the break. Tolbert could not quite scoop that. 4-3. Texas A&M International back out of the lead. Having a run tour of this was Perry. Dust Devils get it to Catalina. Outstanding work by Cruz. KK Payne stifled. Perry gets some hands on it. It ends up from Cruz to Payne. No doubt about that one. Dismissing it like I initially did with the idea of Demi Lovato pursuing the vice presidential nomination. Mark my words, one day she will be in one of the highest offices in this land. Nice work by Perry. Ace on that. Burning it like an electric fireplace full of dried up moist towelettes. Perry 5-4. Can she keep it going? Goes a little short again. This time Wade ready for it. But again, going St. Mary's way. Yangata trying to rally the troops here as the Rattlers find a little momentum. Good old Uncle Mo Finding the way to the dining room. And how about this? Perry. 3 straight. She'll get a chance for a 4th. Serving hotter than a canned Dasani and an impounded Mazda. Still playing that short game. Unrush on the initial touch. And Texas A&M International can't capitalize. Catalina was the one right at the net trying to get it over. Couldn't quite do it. And off to the races are the Rattlers. Perry really giving this Texas A&M International team some trouble. The soft serving goes to the laser effort. Skylar Ward on the initial dig. And the block attempt off the slam by Catalina ends up out of bounds. Martinez trying to greet it at the net, ends up deflecting out. Visitors send Deininger on. As they get the serve back, Catalina over with it. Perry comes out of the back to set that one. Payne no choice, just gets it over. The deflection at the net. Now Payne doing what she does. Simmon able to help try to restart it for Texas A&M. That was Martinez trying to thread it over. Rattlers again strong in the net. Dust Devils get it to the sub Deininger. Perry sets it up there for Diaz. Deininger got it across. Rattlers almost respond. Trying to squeeze it just inside the line was Tolbert, but nothing doing. Out by, we'll call it 1 inch and 4/7. Very close. Cruz setting it up. KK Payne stifled by Simmon. Over goes Catalina. Rolled over the net by Diaz. Texas A&M International flushes it onto the other side, and Payne flushes it down the drain. KK Payne comes up with the 9th point of the second set for the Rattlers. Shea Slusser, freshman from Denton, Texas, comes into the game, does the service. Handled by Fornkruck. Rattlers turn it back. Deininger over. Cruz gets to it. And at the net, Diaz just gets it acquainted with the mesh. Got that one on the tee and just couldn't quite get it through. Looks like it's Unrush back as Simmon heads out for some rest on the Texas A&M International side. You know who that is. Alyssa Tolbert, player of the game right now. Makes it 10-7. Diaz will do the serving. Just trying to hook it over there was Cossey. Rattler sitting up Tolbert again. What a game from Tolbert. Rattlers keep going to her. Staying hotter than a propane plumber's torch and a hand-woven cardigan. 11-7 Rattlers with the momentum. Here in the second set, let's grab a break of a minute. Gulp down some mineral water. Come back with the rest of the second set. Live here from the Greehey Arena. It's Rattler Athletics. Back here at the Bill Greehey Arena. 11-7. Rattlers with the advantage. Diaz with the serve. Diaz going long. And just a little too much mustard on that. We'll go to 11-8. Diaz out of the game. Rotating in is Cruz, the libero. Sub as well for Texas A&M International. Taking the time here is Cossey. After the Texas A&M International timeout, Dust Devils trying to reclaim momentum. Have not had an answer, though, for Tolbert. Outstanding game from her. Able to poke that one to pay dirt. Brad Fuchs coming back here for the Rattlers. Haley on the serve. Set it up for Herrera. Oh, what a diving play by Brad Fuchs. Ultimately, though, violation by the Rattlers, much to the chagrin, I may add, of our head coach, Stephanie Armstrong. Saying the Rattlers got the ball. I suppose they said this one touched the floor. We'll double check here, but much to the chagrin, again, of the Rattler bench. It breaks away of Texas A&M International. Tolbert keeps something alive. Dust Devils trying to do the same. Good work by Brad Feud to just keep feeding that side. Rattlers refusing to let anything stand in the way. Great work. The St. Mary's continuing on. Tolbert off the serve. Set up on the far side for Herrera, and she will get it to go down. Tolbert had the last kill for St. Mary's. Herrera responds in kind. Tolbert up to a dozen kills for the game. KK Payne with 8. Diaz has 3. No one else with any kills for the Rattlers. That's Simon. Cruz dug it, and the attempt at the net by Sims stifled. Dust Devils pulled back within 2, 13-11. They led most of the way in the first set. Rattlers stole it late. Different story here in the second. Rattlers the better team early. Trying her luck there with Sims. Herrera on the far side gets it to Tolbert. Set up by Perry, ultimately extinguished by the Dust Devil defense. Strong work by Brad Feud to keep it alive, and this one slammed home by Payne. Threading the needle like a misguided acupuncturist. Just inside the line to make it 14-11, and that's 9 on the kills total now for Payne. Herrera trying to replicate, and she does. Close, and just inside the border. Texas A&M hanging in there. They send Rio Orion on here. It's Forncrick on the serve. Going to Diaz, and this one just out. Diaz can't quite capitalize. Forncrick does a job here. Cruz, good response. Payne! Holy moly, I wouldn't want to be in front of that. Outstanding job by KK Payne. She is the second on this Rattler club to find her way to double-digit kills. Perry on the serve. They've had trouble with these Perry serves, that's for sure. Over with it, the Rattlers got it over with Martinez, but Texas A&M International sets it up pretty well for Catalina, and their offensive leader slams it home. They go to dining chair off the bench. Out of the game is Skylar Ward freshman from Round Rock, grabs a seat on the bench. Catalina got it toward Payne initially. Perry to Cruz to Payne. Took a lot there for Simon to keep that alive. Tolbert with the initial dig, and that's it. Another beautiful sequence by the Rattlers. Martinez eating them up like a curious sea otter in a hot tub full of Jolly Ranchers. Nothing the Dust Devils could do about that. How about Slusser here on the serve? Parried by the Dust Devils. Cruz digs it. Set up again for Martinez. And again, that'll find pay dirt off the arms of Simon. Martinez burning them like a panini maker in a hot yoga class. The service here for Slusser again. And Deininger helps to at least get a little momentum back for the Texas A&M International Dust Devils. Dust Devils to the bench again. Emma Sheehan off of it, going to do the serving. Sheehan goes long. Parried by Slusser at the net. Deininger, blocks leader on this Texas A&M International squad, making her presence known. A kill and a block. Sheehan from Katy, Texas, freshman, gets it to Cruz. Slusser sets it up. Tolbert, who's been a shining star, has that one turned back at the net. Martinez from the near side, continuing to do work. Spraying it like a partially stoppered garden hose. Service game here for Diaz. 18-16 St. Mary's. Second set, trying to go up 2-0 in the match. Oh, wonderful block by Tolbert. Couldn't quite find the jackpot, though. Instead, Texas A&M International pulls back within one. And it looks like Cruz is going to come on. Diaz is going to come off. It is. Catalina on the serve. Sims tried her luck. Set up here for Deininger. Parried by Tolbert. Feeding Martinez. And this will go St. Mary's way. 19-17 after the kill by Catalina. Going back to the reliable Martinez are the Rattlers. Hotter than a routine fire drill at a Condor cookout right now. Rattlers looking to go up 2-0. Served by Refute. Touched over by Herrera. Set up in the middle. And capitalization done by Sims. Spraying it like a non-stick pan product. 20-17. Things coming up Rattlers right now. Haley again. Goes short. Ready for it were the Dust Devils. Go over with Deininger. Tolbert stifled there by Simon. Herrera parried in the back by Slusser. Cruz went to the long game and just put a little bit too much helium in it. Service game for Skylar Ward. Freshman from Round Rock to Slusser. Oh, Tolbert, yes! Ended up off the hands of Orion. Tolbert could have 20 kills before this night is through. On the cusp now are the Rattlers. 21-18. Looks like that'll actually go down as, that will indeed go down as a kill for Tolbert. My apologies. Thought that might go long, but it stayed in for Catalina. She's got 13 kills now, and that does match Tolbert's number for the game high. Serving Simon. Tolbert on the dig, set up for Payne. Tries the feather game. Over with it, Catalina. Touched initially by Ailey Bradfute. Payne got it across. Herrera, Tolbert, Haley, and Payne on the other side. Just could not quite get it. Sent it long, looking to swing and finish. 21-20, second set. St. Mary's going to take a timeout, and so will we. Some momentum returning to the Dust Devils, but the Rattlers up 1-0 in the match. 21-20 in the set. We'll come back in about 45 seconds right here on the Rattler Athletic Network. (21-20) second set. Crucial to finish it well. Simon on the serve here for Texas A&M International, trying to board the bus to Comeback City. KK Payne trying to make that route difficult. Sims got it over. Dust Devils keep it alive. Herrera. Should end well for St. Mary's. Sims sees to it that it does. Somehow finding a way through, like my grandmother's 9-iron did with my Subaru windshield. Catherine Cruz on the serve, set up for Herrera, and the Dust Devils do respond in kind. We always stay within one. First set was 25-23, so used to playing tight ones so far are these two clubs. Forncrook into the game. Forncrook lets it loose and lets it long. Wise decision by Haley to let that one run. 23-21, and now the momentum firmly back in the hands of the Rattlers. Amara Martinez, who's been perhaps the key player here for the Rattlers in the second set, back in the game. Perry serve. And into the net. And Catalina golfs it into the mesh. 24-21, and Perry can finish this off right here, right now. Bree Perry, senior from Houston. Dust Devils trying to keep their hope alive. This will have to come over. Payne can't quite finish another set. Catalina sent it long, and that's it. 25-21, Rattlers up 2-0. Staying hotter than a filet-o fish at a well-lit Citgo station right now. 2-0, and the Rattlers can finish this off in straight sets once again against these Texas A&M International Dust Devils. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with the third and potentially final set right here on the Rattler Athletic Network right after.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And we're back with the third set right here on the Rattler Athletic Network. Rattlers up 2-0, looking for another sweep of Texas A&M International University. Alyssa Tolbert leading the way right now with a baker's dozen kills, and KK Payne with 10 of them. 3 blocks for Martinez. She also added 4 kills all in the second set. She's been absolutely outstanding, and the Rattlers looking to complete this in a timely fashion. Brad Fute on the serve. Herrera goes long. Sends it way out. 1-0 Rattlers right off the bat here in the third and potentially a final set. Outstanding work tonight by the Rattlers, and outstanding work by you. We have been told we have the best listening audience in the entire Lone Star Conference, and not just in terms of enthusiasm, but I've been told in terms of just sheer physical listening ability as well. That is great effort by the Rattlers, but could not quite find the way over the net. 1-1, and to the service game goes Simmons. On the other side, A&M International led by Catalina, 14 kills. Herrera and Deininger, 5 apiece. They sent long 2-1. St. Mary's getting a couple free ones here early to get out to the lead in this third set. Skylar Ward on the initial dig. Herrera looking for something there. Brad Fute keeps it alive, and Payne finishes it off. Set up well by Perry. Payne, 11 kills now in the match. 3-1. Tolbert, who's been so sharp, fires that one across. Dug by Ward at the net. Sims and Perry thought they had a point. Perry tries to knock it over. Payne keeps it alive. Perry gives Simmons some work. Oh, what a dig by Cruz. Set up for Perry. Simmons refusing to let the Dust Devils bow here. In a violation of the nets. will give Texas A&M International the point. Sims and Perry trying to make some life difficult up there. Armstrong wanting an explanation here. 3-2. Only one challenge in this game. It was held, and it was upheld as a Texas A&M International point in the first set. Ace from the server, Forncrook. And she'll get another try at it at 3-3. Forncrook fires it across. Tolbert on the dig. Sims let it loose. Good blocking at the net by Payne and Sims. Excellent dig, Cruz. Sims threading a needle, but Simon refuses to let it drop. And this will go the way of the Rattlers. Simon laid out for it, but could not, I think, ultimately come up with it. Rattlers will take the point, 4-3. Cruz on the serve, and indeed Sims is credited with a kill there. Good work by Tolbert, sent into the Raptors. Cruz keeps it alive. Was sent to the ground in the process by a teammate. Perry got it over. And Tolbert can't quite handle that. Dust Devils pull back to 4-4. The service is going to come from Catalina, who just had another kill. She's up to 16. Diaz into the game. Cruz after the block. Helps to start a sequence back to her. Set up here by Cossey, and it's Deininger who finishes it off. Well, the first lead of the third set for the Dust Devils. They're at least trying to take it across a minimum here and send us to a fourth. Catalina, though, sends it into the net. We've got a 5-5 match once again. Into the game here is Sims, or pardon, is Martinez. Perry. Yes! Outstanding work. Perry again. Her serves have given this Texas A&M International team quite a bit of trouble. He tries to dig it, and Payne can't quite run it down. Dust Devils respond after the ace by Perry. It was angled at Catalina McKenzie. Dust Devils pulled back within a half a dozen each. 6-6, 25-23, 25-21. Now 6-6 your scores so far. Payne on the dig. Perry setting it up for Diaz. A couple of Dust Devils meeting it at the net. Deininger, the team lead in blocks. Just got the kill, and now she adds a block to boot. That's 4 blocks now each side, and Deininger has 2 on the Dust Devil side. Perry lofted it up. Martinez tried to finish it. This time it's Diaz's turn. Diaz smashing it like a negligent bulldozer driver and a giant bag of lemon Dijon mayo. I'll tell you, a lot of those bulldozer drivers, they got to be careful around those giant bags of condiments. That's my main advice, those bulldozer drivers out there. Slusser fires this across. Turn away, Deininger at the net. Ends up with Catalina, and the Rattlers can't quite handle that. Perry tried to get to it, as did Slusser, but neither one able to completely reel the fish into the boat. Cossey with the visitors up 8-7, going to go to the service game here. And Cossey sends it netward. 8 apiece. Going to Diaz, the sophomore from San Antonio here on the serve. Diaz sends it to Simon, and a good finish here from Orion. 5'9", sophomore middle hitter from Bandera. Squeezes that one inside the back line. 9'8", Skylar Ward, freshman at the controls. Handled by Martinez. Set up by Slusser. Tolbert getting creative. Herrera trying to send it onto the same area as Rattler in, but doesn't get far. 9-9. And it's Brad Fute who goes to the service game. Haley keeping the sneakers dry. HB sends it over, and this will give the Rattlers the lead once again. 10-9. Simon got to it initially. Tolbert trying to finish. Ward lofts it toward the net. Herrera blocked by Tolbert. Simmons sets another up, blocked by the Rattlers, and finally the Dust Devils able to finish. 10-10. Hannah Simon, why not? That's Sims! Rattlers steal it right back. Flushing it like a stack of unused styrofoam cereal bowls. Sims to the service. Testing Ward. Oh, Cruz! And did that stay in? It just eked out. Armstrong laughing on the sideline. That's a heck of a play from Cruz. And boy, I thought that ticked the line there in the back. I think we'll have a challenge coming. 11-11 here. Foreign Crook goes for it. Cruz a little easier on this dig. Payne set up by Perry. Perry gets to that. Sims won't be denied at the net. Holy moly. Sims relentless. Cruz sends long. Foreign Crook, Parrius on rush. Off of a tee and onto the scoreboard. Dozen to a dozen. 12-12, and gotta find a way here to stop the momentum. Catalina trying to keep it going for Texas A&M. Payne, stifled by Simon. Catalina over. Tolbert does a good job to handle. Diaz is sending it toward Foreign Crook. Keel attempt by Deininger. Cruz no choice but just to poke it over. Keel attempt there by Unrush. And a violation at the nets. We'll send this point the way of the visitors. 13-12. Catalina goes long, and that'll get us back to level ground. Martinez going to reappear here. 13-13. These sets have been tight. 25-23, 25-21. Baker's dozen apiece. Perry on the serve. Tolbert saves this. Perry can't quite launch the catapult over. Well, good hustle there. Good effort play, and the Rattlers almost came up with it. Certainly love to see the effort here, especially in front of the home fans. On rush, too much. 14-14. Third, potentially final set, and what has been a heck of a lot of fun right here on the Rattler Athletic Network. Come back and see us again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Volleyball, and 1 o'clock for ladies soccer. I will be out there at Sigma Beta Chi Field with our Rattler soccer team as they take on Oklahoma Christian. Cruz continuing to be great. Speaking of great, Tolbert can't ring the cash register there. Deininger's kill attempt met at the net. Cruz able to volley it over. More good net play. How about that? Tolbert. Diaz. And covering that like a shaved Pomeranian in a hotel bathrobe. Hey, I'll tell you, give me a terry cloth hotel bathrobe. Sounds like a party to me. And the party is on here at Bill Greehey Arena as the Rattlers now suddenly finding a little more oxygen, 16-14. Shea Slusser at the controls. Slusser got it over again at the net. It's Diaz. Just refusing to let these Dust Devils have anything. Burning them like an uptight PTA member in a box set of the Harry Potter books. Slusser punches it forward. Oh, this time just finding a crease was Deininger. 17-15. Dust Devils do a little substituting. I wonder if they'd call a timeout to at least try to make one more push. See how this goes, I suppose. Service by Kasi. Oh, good dig. Tolbert tried her luck. And again, just not able to quite corral it. Martinez Diaz at the net. Slipped off the hands of Perry out of bounds, 17-16. Well, still a 1-point lead for the Rattlers of St. Mary's. Kasi. Long and wide, 18-16. Why not? Into the game is Sims. Diaz service. Simon got the hands on it initially. Sims gets a hand on it at the net. Set up by Perry. Slusser. And this one's going away to St. Mary's. Violation by Texas A&M trying to counter that. And we're going to 19-16 with Diaz in the driver's seat. Can we take the Pontiac the length of the interstate here? First, it looks like the green challenge card has come out. Yangata, the fourth-year head coach, is saying let's go ahead and go to the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey. They will take a look at this one. We will have a quick moment here. Gulp down a little more mineral water. Come back with the result as soon as we have it. Staying at 18-16 for the moment. St. Mary's back on the Rattler Athletic Network in just 60 seconds. Refereeing crew still parsing this one out at the monitor, but close it looks like to a decision. Rattler's given a point here. And seeing if that is going to hold to take us to 19-16. Looks like it will. A block error by Rio Orion and a kill by Shea Slusser have inflated this to a 3-point lead, and still at the controls will be Diaz. Looking for the straight set sweep are the Rattlers of St. Mary's. Try to go to 8-7 on the season, get back over 500. Trying to sink the Dust Devils to 2-12. Simon on the initial dig, and Deininger on the finish. 19-17. Rattlers again back at home tomorrow against A&M Kingsville. Then they hit the road on the 15th to A&M Commerce. Back home on the 18th against Tarleton State, then against DBU on the 19th. So a lot of good chances to come on out to the Bill Greehey Arena and see these Rattlers. Hey, how about that finish? Martinez. Outstanding work. Shot hotter than a horse costume stuffed with microwave-safe noodles. And to the service game will go HB. Haley just gets that one over the net. Oh, Cruz has been just wonderful. Great dig. Tolbert trying to finish that. Simon refuses. Oh, that's wonderful from Slusser in the back. Gives Tolbert ultimately another chance, and she won't waste it. 21-17, Lisa Tolbert. What a ball game for her. Smoother than moisturizing hand wipes on a pleasant canoe trip. This has just been some kind of effort from Tolbert. Cruz just can't quite get to that. Touched over the net by the Dust Devils, and they do. They at least give themselves some hope at 21-18. Simon over. Slusser on the initial dig, and that's Sims making the bank deposit. 22-18. Blast by Tolbert on a serve, mishandled by Catalina, and this is going to take us real close to the finish line here. 23-18. Tolbert. Oh, at the net, wonderful from Perry and Sims. Didn't net a point. Strong stand. Sims trying to just poke it over. Cruz to Perry. Oh, that's clever. Somehow the Dust Devils, with the help of Simon, able to keep it alive. That won't be kept alive, though. KK Payne crushing it like a case of Dasani under a steel futon frame. And that'll take us to within a point of finishing this off. Rattlers are going to have to head to the bench, though, as the Dust Devils do call a timeout. And they will. At least make us wait here for the celebration to start at Bill Greehey Arena, hoping we can celebrate again tomorrow. Again, the start here at the Greehey Arena versus A&M Kingsville will be 2 p.m. Out on the soccer field at Sigma Beta Chi Field, it will be a 1 p.m. start. So come on out to campus. The park at St. Mary's is going to be hopping tomorrow. I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to go home tonight. They are letting me sleep in the concession stand, limit of 2 Slurpees for me this evening, but I do have a sleeping bag in there. And I will stay on campus, bring you the soccer action tomorrow. And I'll tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun out here at St. Mary's, beautiful San Antonio. Appreciate you being with us here on the Rattler Athletic Network. Alyssa Tolbert trying to press this button and send us all out to our vehicles and other methods of transportation. Tolbert. Simon on the dig. Cruz response here. Perry Sims clawing this open like an almond milk carton in a falcon sanctuary. Oh! Oh! Rattlers win 25-18, 25-23, 25-21, 25-18 your final scores. Rattlers victorious to move to 8-7 on the season, 2-5 Lone Star Conference play. Dust Devils drop back to 2-12, 0-5 in LSC play. That's the 7th consecutive loss for Texas A&M International. That's the 7th straight win against the Dust Devils for the Rattlers. Now 18-7 all time against Texas A&M International. We're saying so long from San Antonio. This has been the Rattler Athletic Network. Joey Zanaboni signing off from Bill Greehey Arena. Have a wonderful tonight. We'll catch you tomorrow live from SMU.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?